Yo, LeBron James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal, according to Klutch Sports. What? Shams, you gotta be joking, man. Bron's going to a fourth franchise? And he's going to the process? Now, I made a video a couple days ago about where I think LeBron should go. And I said, Philly, do not go there. Joel Embiid is not trustworthy. Now, hey, Tyrese Maxey, a dog. VJ Edgecombe, a dog. Jaylen Brown, a dog. LeBron, old. But still a dog when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? Embiid is still a dog, don't get me wrong. But the man is as injury prone as anyone in the league. Dude, I don't know how I feel about this. I like the jersey look. I'm not going to lie. It's like, is it... Part of my fear is that we will look back at this like the Jordan Wizards jerseys, and it'll be like, ugh, why did that even happen? As far as the fit, I kind of hate the fit. I kind of hate it. Tyrese Maxey wants to ball. VJ Edgecombe is a young dog. He wants to prove himself. He wants to ball. Jaylen Brown was like top 5 in MVP voting this last year. He wants the ball. Bron wants the ball. Bron's going to average like 15, 5 and 5 this year. That's going to be nasty, dude. Man has never averaged under 20 points per game. And he averaged over 25 for like 21 years in a row. Y'all know I'm a LeBron fan. You know what I'm saying? I've never had any problems with Philly. I like Philly. I love Tyrese. He's one of my favorite young players in the league. VJ Edgecombe was one of the most exciting. Like that backcourt. There's one block, I can't remember what they did it in, where both of them in like the last second of the game went up for the dual block, both of them together, and it was like genuinely iconic. I could understand why Braun would want to play for this team. I really do. But Philly, dude, I straight up was like, no way he doesn't go to Cleveland or Miami. He's going to want to stay in the colors and the stripes that he had played in before. He's going to want to stay with either the Heat or the Cleveland, because it's going to be weird if he goes to a fourth franchise. You know what I'm saying? That's like Kevin Durant type stuff. That's like Russell Westbrook type stuff. Like these guys who we keep seeing in jersey. It's like a Shaquille O'Neal type stuff. But I guess he's like, you know what, man? I don't care. I'm going to sign with whatever team makes me happy. Because he said it was all about happiness, right? He said he wanted to have fun, and he wanted a chance to compete. Bron is now a fourth option when Embiid's healthy, right? Can we say that? Is Brown a fourth option? He was a third option in LA. Tyrese and Brown are definitely above Braun on the pecking order right now. I could say the Embiid is probably the fourth option, if we're being honest. The man's so injury prone, he barely plays. But Braun's going to be fluctuating with Embiid third, fourth. Is the process finally going to work out, dude? Who would have thought? Who would have thought all these years of trusting the process would result in LeBron becoming a Philadelphia 76er with Jaylen Brown? Philly just turned Paul George and Kelly Oubre into Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. If I'm a Philly fan, I am hyped right now. If I'm a Philly fan, I'm parading the streets early. Not one, two. I could see them winning 2 championships. He signed on a 2-year deal. That means we're at least getting year 24 and year 25 of LeBron. Is he going for the quarter? Like he's going to play for 25 years, a quarter century? Bron, you wild for this one. You had me fooled. I really thought you were going to Miami or Cleveland. I thought Golden State was too much of a long shot. Although now that he's going to Philly, maybe it wasn't a long shot after all. I thought the Wolves, the Nuggets, Warriors, all those were extreme long shots, including Philly. But he freaking did it, man. The Eastern Conference is insane. Boston really gave him Jaylen Brown, Paul George, and a bag of chips. And you could say that Paul George is a bag of chips at this point. I wouldn't say that, but you could say that. Dude, Philly is going to be the most exciting team of the year. Rivalry week, opening night, give me Philly, Boston. Christmas Day, give me Philly, Boston. That way you got, like, LeBron has history with them. Jaylen Brown obviously got traded. It's a conference rival. Like, the teams do not like each other. Joel Embiid, I don't know what you got to do this offseason to get yourself right. But this is the greatest opportunity you will ever get. You had your Ben Simmons era, didn't work out. You had your Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler era, didn't work out. You had your James Harden, Tyrese Maxey era, it didn't work out. Now you're in your Tyrese Maxey, Paul George era, it didn't work out. You now got Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. How much y'all think Team USA had to? Okay, obviously Tyrese is the Klutch client, and Braun really likes him. He's mentioned he's like a little brother. Tyrese Maxey said Braun's like an older brother. That makes sense. VJ, exciting young guard. I don't know how much connection is between the two of them. Jaylen Brown said Bronny didn't belong in the league, and Braun spoke up about that, and Jaylen Brown, I think, apologized, and that's all we really know about them. So that's going to be interesting to see them as teammates. Braun and JoJo obviously won Olympic gold in 2024 in France. Dude. How do I feel about this? You got Anthony Simons and Dean Wade off the bench. Adem Bona. I mean, that's a good 8-man rotation. I would like them to do a little more on the center market. I have a feeling we're about to get a whole bunch of notifications. Because LeBron was that domino, you know? Like, once he fell, everything else was going to fall. So, like, Nick Batum, wouldn't be surprised if he signed in Philly. Because he's played there before, right? Right? Am I tripping about that? I can imagine Nick Batum in those threads. I'm just trying to think of people who can shoot, people who can be good role players on that team, good veteran leadership. I'm thinking Nick Batum. I wouldn't be surprised if Bruce Brown joined to give that bench a little bit more defense, like a Bruce Brown, Anthony Simons backcourt. That'd be pretty nice. Dude, this team is going to be cinema next year. They have to be the favorites coming out of the East, right? You turn Paul George and Kelly Oubre into LeBron and Jaylen Brown. They have to be the favorites, right? They literally came back from down 3-1 versus Boston. Boston was the 2 seed. If you beat the 2 seed, they got swept by New York. So maybe New York, I don't know. But adding Jaylen Brown, LeBron, Dean Wade, Anthony Simons, and whoever else is going to be joining, I imagine it's going to be a hot spot. Let's see. Statements say James prioritized winning another championship. Okay. So y'all who claim he's a ring chaser, maybe he is. But then again, why wouldn't, like, if you're giving up $50 million, wouldn't you wanna make it worth it at the very least? I've said this many times. I'm like, I don't know why players don't buy a ring more often than they do. If you give up a certain amount of money, you can basically guarantee, maybe not guarantee, because you never know what can happen, but you can, like, very much put yourself in a position to be like, yeah, I can win a championship if I give up $50 million. That's what Victor Wembanyama just did. He just gave up $50 million in his new contract because he wants to win a championship, like Jalen Brunson did. Jalen Brunson gave up over $100 million. And trust me, he's going to get that money back in New York. Trust me. Man. LeBron James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal. Homie's playing for another 2-year minimum. Y'all think he won a championship there? Honestly, like, Bron, with his sciatica and his old age, they're going to win without him. Take Bron out, put Dean Wade in there. They got an elite group, dude. I just don't know how it's going to fit together. Chemistry, I'm a little nervous about. Who's going to have the ball? Tyrese want the ball, Jaylen Brown want the ball, Brown want the ball, Embiid want the ball, VJ Edgecombe want the ball. How many? VJ Edgecombe. And look, man, they were all recruiting this man. So it's like they know. See, VJ averaged 16 points a game last year, shooting how much? 13.7 field goal attempts. That's going to plummet. That's got to plummet. Unless Bron's like, give me that Draymond Green role, which I can't confidently say that he'll want. I don't know how this fit's going to work. It's going to be like Team USA, it almost feels like. Y'all consider this a super team? Tyrese is an all-star. Brown was an all-star. Bron was an all-star. So you got 3 all-stars on one team. You got Joel Embiid, who's a former MVP, but I don't know what I would consider him anymore. He's just so injured. And, like, even when he plays now, his percentages last year plummeted because the man's always playing injured. So I don't know that I would consider him an all-star caliber player anymore. He has the potential, and any given night, though, to be. And then VJ Edgecombe, 16 points per game. He was only projecting to be an all-star one day, but obviously he isn't. So you got 3 all-stars on one team, 1 former MVP. It's gonna be a tough beat. It's gonna be a tough team to beat out East. And I know the my channel specifically, I got a lot of MJ fans that watch. Y'all are gonna cook this man, dude. But you know how many Fs he gives? Literally 0. The man wants to end his career on his own terms. I think he's going to look cool in a Philly jersey. This jersey is going to be the #1 Philly jersey. Philly fans are going to go crazy. People are already saying the Sixers adding LeBron is like adding the final Infinity Stone. Bron going to the Sixers. Stephen A. Smith and is that Mike Wilbon? They can't believe it. Bronny, wait, is Bronny getting traded as well? Yeah. He's been locked out of the Laker facility. If Bronny gets traded, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Dude. Let me know y'all's thoughts. This is a big one, dude. This is a big one. It was worth the wait.